Following are the stewards' reasons for decision in respect to upholding the objection in race 9 at Rosehill Gardens on Saturday the 9th of September. Your note on straightening: Interlocuter straightens up one off the fence. To its outside and behind is Wayanka, and to Wayanka's outside is Cosmopole. As we run the film on, you will see that Interlocuter shifts off to a point where it is racing an additional 2 horses wider on the track, and as a result has taken Wayanka out towards the heels of Cosmopole. As we run the film on, we see the shift out from Interlocuter, taking Wayanka out towards the heels of Cosmopole. At this point in time, there's no shift from the outside Cosmopole, and Wayanka still has secured clear running. The bottom left-hand corner and the bottom right-hand corner show that Wayanka has established clear running between Interlocuter and Cosmopole, in that it's racing a length behind Interlocuter and a length and a half back to the inside of Cosmopole. Where we have the film pause now, we can see that Wayanka has now lost its running due to Interlocuter continuing to shift out. At this point there's been no shift in from Cosmopole. We then see Brenton Abdallah having to steady, be awkwardly placed close to the heels of Cosmopole and shifted that runner's outside. It's now after he loses his position that Cosmopole then shifts in. Brenton Abdallah shifts to the outside, whereby Wayanka commences to run home strongly. Stewards then are satisfied that had that interference not have occurred, Wayanka would have clearly finished in advance of Interlocuter. Utilising the data from Punter's Intel, we can see in the top left-hand corner that at the 331 metre mark there is clearly a run available between Interlocuter and Cosmopole. At this point Wayanka is 1 length behind Interlocuter. At the 312 metre mark that 1 length margin maintains, however the run between Interlocuter and Cosmopole has become more narrow due to the shift out from Interlocuter. At the 281 metre mark we see the run is closed, and we say that is due to a shift out from the Interlocuter. The Punter's Intel data suggests that Cosmopole has not shifted up until this point. Having regard to this data, and in particular the position of Wayanka close to the heels of Cosmopole, it then has to shift to the outside of the heels of that runner. We then see in the bottom right hand corner the margin of a long head between the 2 horses at the finish. The stewards were then satisfied that had that interference not have occurred, Wayanka would have finished in advance of Interlocuter.